Greetings, 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 peace, love, harmony, and light. This is Chief Kalanago with another great build, man. Got lots of information I'm going to disseminate to you guys today. All right. Before I even get into this, I want to acknowledge the great spirit, universal intelligence, what we call God. Also, want to give thanks to my ancestors, just always giving them thanks and appreciation for guidance and protection and using me as a vessel. All right, do me a favor, guys. Please share this video, share the information. You know what I mean? Take a moment and go to your respective platforms, whether it may be YouTube in your community, go to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is. Go ahead and share the information because you see the knowledge needs to get out. I ain't got time to be playing the games. This is for those who are seeking truth and not trying to turn illusions into a reality. We ain't doing that. So peace and love and greetings. Osio, Holito, Mabriqua, Wagwan, what the deal is to each and every one of you. All right. So go ahead and share that. First, let me just say that do me a favor, guys. The petition is absolutely free. Okay. The petition is free. Okay. The platform the petition is being sent from is not my platform. So they are the ones asking for donation, not me. All right. I'm doing this because I love us. All right. I'm doing this for free. Well, I'm putting my energy into it, basically. That's what I'm saying. But it's free. Okay. You don't have to pay to sign the petition. Now, if you so choose to give them a donation, that's on you, but it's completely voluntary. Okay. You see, a lot of poor people don't read, and people are hitting me up, oh, Chief, I can't afford it. Man, listen, if these people ask you for a $5 donation and you can't afford it, something is wrong, man. You got to do something. No disrespect, you know what I mean? But I'm just letting y'all know that they are the ones asking people to support them in donations, all right? To sign the petition is absolutely free. And if you do want to donate, it goes to them and not me. Just wanted to get that clear, okay? So here we go. Like I said, man, I have a lot of information I want to share. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if I'm good on YouTube and Facebook. I know I'm good on Facebook because I see my brother on there, and he's the only one on Facebook so far that has made a comment in the chat and shown. So I'm good on Facebook. Anybody on YouTube, hit me up in the comment section and let me know, or in the chat, let me know we good on YouTube. All right, good, perfect. I appreciate that, landlord. You know what I'm saying? We good on YouTube. So let's get into this bill. All right. And let me just make my disclaimer, right? The information I'm about to share here with you today is strictly for educational purposes. All right. Now, I'm not here to give advice. Okay. Do as you may with the information. But people say knowledge is power. That's true to a certain extent. But I always like to take it a step further and say that, yes, knowledge may be some form of power, but the true power comes in the implementation of the knowledge. Because a lot of people have knowledge and they don't apply it. Okay? They don't apply it. They don't make it applicable to their life. So let me ask you a question. With that being said, what is the power in there if you are not using the knowledge that you have to make yourself greater? Okay? So once again, I always like to take it a step further and say that the implementation of knowledge is true power, not just knowledge is power. Okay. Thank you, Levi. I appreciate that. So with that being said, we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about, again, we have to keep beating that horse. The fact that our people are still passionate about wanting to be a color in a crayon box called black. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about so-called black people. All right. We are going to talk about so-called black people. We're going to talk about so-called white people. We're going to talk about God. We're going to talk about the devil. I mean, this video is going to be packed and loaded with information. And I'm going to give you facts. All right. I don't deal with illusions. I tell people, stop it with the illusions. Stop being a victim and be a victor. Stop being a victim and be a victor. people don't care. You see what I'm saying? Now, I've put a few words together and we're going to look at those things. But the first thing we're going to get into again is why we shouldn't identify ourselves as Black. All right. And I'm going to show it to you. You know, let you see it with your own eyes from your own president, your so-called Black president, your so-called first Black president, Obama, which Obama wasn't, you know, the first president of color anyway. All right. They have had at least 7 to 9 other presidents before Obama who was colored, but that's for another video. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and let us get in again. Let us dive a little deeper into why we should stop calling ourselves Black. All right, family, we got to stop. And once again, I am not here to save anyone. I am here to throw you a life jacket. I am here to throw you a vest so that you could save yourself. I cannot force you to save yourself. Your freedom, okay, your state of mind, your being, your success. I shouldn't be taking that more personal than you. All right. I shouldn't be more passionate about your freedom than you are. All I'm giving you is the tools so that you're able to free yourself, free your mind. It starts with the mind. Too many of you are dwelling in the flesh. Okay. So let's put this in perspective. So let me share my screen and I'm going to start again. We're going to come back in full circle. Why we should not call ourselves Black. All right, let's get into this. Screen share. Here we go. Boom. First thing we're gonna do is, okay, Negro, as they may say in English, and Negro in Spanish. Let's check the pronunciation of that.
Negro.
Negra. Negro.
Negro.
Okay, negro means black. Okay, in Spanish, negro means black. Now, for those of you who don't know, the people who called us negro, all right, the conquistadors who came here, the so-called Spanish, they looked just like, they had the same complexion with us. All right, I keep telling y'all, stop focusing on colorism. Okay, colorism is not what got us in the position that we're in. Too many of you are blaming your circumstances on the color of your skin because you are in your emotions and you think people are going to feel sorry for you because you say, oh, it's happening because I'm Black. They are laughing at you because obviously you are not Black. So the people who came here, all right, it wasn't the pale man who came here and called us Negro, meaning Black. It was people who look just like us. All right. And I always say these things because I'm not making excuses for the pale man. All right. I just want people to educate yourselves more than what they teach you in school. Use your wisdom. Use your intellect. You feel me? And I always say no disrespect to people who have their degrees, whether it may be a master's degree, associate degree, a bachelor degree. Educated people to me are some of the smartest people out here. And like I said, no disrespect. Let's go. Let us go first. Look at the foundation and the origin of the word smart, because I really want you to see where I'm coming from. Okay. The etymology of smart. See, there's no coincidence why all these words are in place, okay? And you will find that educated people are some of the smartest people. They are, because they have a degree. Oh, I'm smart. I have a bachelor's, I'm smart. Well, maybe you are, but there's a difference in being smart and being wise and practicing, what we call, intelligence. There's a difference. So let us go look at the real meaning of smart, not the definition, the meaning of smart, the origin of the word smart. What does smart means? Smart means be painful. Okay. All right. Now, that's what smart really means. To pain, originally to bite, which perhaps is an extension of the root mer, to rob away. Okay? Let us go again. Smart, the adjective, painful, severe, stinging, causing a sharp pain. You see, sometimes you are so educated that you're hurting your own self. You don't know because you are programmed. So master's degree and associate's degree and all these degrees you have don't impress me. No disrespect. You feel me? Because sometimes, like I said, the educated people are the smartest people that I know. They are in pain because they were programmed. They cannot see anything outside of the books that they were taught, the programming that they were taught. And like I said, I know a lot of you are going to take this personal. Please don't. I'm just showing you the facts. I'm opening up your mind to some new dimensions right now. So that's the true meaning of the word smart, just so you know. So education to me, it's okay. Wisdom, intelligence is key. And I'm asking you to practice wisdom, practice intelligence, and stop allowing your emotions or what you were taught in school to drive your life. Okay? Especially emotions that's blinding you from the facts and the truth. So let's get into this. We're going to go back to the word Negro. All right? Negro. The word Negro means black. Negro is Spanish, and in English, it means black. A lot of you are stuck on being proud to be a color in a crayon box. Well, let's go to what Mr. Obama did. Okay? Let's go right here. And I put all that information in the link below so you guys could see it, right? Here we go. Obama signs bill eliminating what? Negro Oriental from federal laws. So once again, let me ask you a question. What does black mean? Let's go back here. Black means what? Negro means black. You know why they're taking black out of federal, again, what Obama did from eliminating Negro from Orient from the federal laws is because they don't exist. Family, I mean, I don't know what, you know what? I got to come back to the chat a little bit, man. Family, all right, I'm here with y'all. I'm going to share the screen again, but I really want y'all to focus on what I'm showing you. You feel me? I really want you, I want you to focus on what I'm showing you here and show you how we have been bamboozled, how we have been tricked, how our identity have been taken from us, and we are here promoting it. You are promoting your own demise. You are promoting your own destruction. It's called self-destruction. Okay, and you're so proud to hit the streets in millions talking about Black Lives Matter. No, Black lives don't matter because these people don't exist. That's why they could murder you in the streets. That's why they could kill you in the streets, because guess what? You don't exist. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not saying that I don't care. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's moral. That's not what I'm saying. But all I'm just saying is when you call yourself black, you have no rights. So all this marching and Black Lives Matter and all these protests, all that stuff is an illusion. It is not going to benefit you. It is going to benefit the people who funded those movements. You feel me? That's who is going to benefit. This is all about business at the ending of the day. That's what it's about. You feel me? That's what it's about, family. So let me share the screen again. Okay? Let me share the screen again. Because you know, I really want this to sink in, man. And a lot of you are missing this. A lot of you are missing this because again, they gave you the pride. They put James Brown on the scene. Oh, I'm black and I'm proud. Say it again. I'm black and I'm proud. Come on, man. There's no pride in death. Death is an illusion. Not even in the spiritual realm, there is death. So how can you die physically? There's no such thing. They only kill you on paper. They only made you irrelevant on paper. That's all it is. So let us go again. I'm going to share my screen. For those of you who think this is a game, by continuing to call yourself black and promoting your own demise. Okay? Negro means black. All right? So let us go to what Obama did. Obama signs bill. And remember, here's what another thing, a bill. Anytime anybody gives you a bill, that means you have to pay for something. So you are paying for your own demise. The Bill of Rights, you have to pay for your own demise. Any bill that these people passed, family, people of the world, all these words are not coincidences. They are in place for a reason. When you go to a restaurant and you eat, they bring a bill. Okay? You have a light bill, a gas bill. You feel me? Whenever you get a bill, you have to pay for it. Man, I'm telling y'all, ain't nobody giving it to y'all like me. I'm just saying, no need to I'm not tapping myself on the shoulder. I'm just letting you know that this is real. This is real, man. And people are promoting you being black because it pays them. Like I told y'all before, anybody who's calling you black, they are your enemy. But y'all are continuing to support them. By all means, go ahead. Be my guest. But anytime somebody give you a bill, you have to pay for something. And you don't always have to pay for it with money, with fiat currency. You could pay for it with your life. You could pay for it with your health. You could pay for it with your livelihood. There is so many ways to pay for that. But remember, a bill. Why do you think it's coming from Congress? Congress, to con somebody. Why they don't call themselves progress? They're calling themselves what? Congress. And they give you what? Bills. All you have to do is listen to the words. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the Great Spirit, and the Word became the Great Spirit. Listen to the words. Don't just speak and not think. Go into your thoughts. So whenever you get a bill, you have to pay for it, okay? Any bill that they pass is going to cost you. All right, so let's proceed. Obama signs bill eliminating Negro Oriental from what? Federal laws. So therefore, black people are dead federally. Okay, they are dead federally. So liberté motus, no civil rights. I don't care how much you march. I don't care what Al Sharpton does. I don't care what Jesse Jackson does. I don't care what none of these pastors and these ministers do out there. You are dead. That's why they could get away with it. And when I say they, I'm talking about the system. Once again, I don't deal in colorism. I am beyond that. All right, so let's read, because reading is fun for the mental. Okay, and that was what? Since in May 20 of 2016. See how long Obama did that? In 2016. But y'all still over here in 2020 calling yourselves black. You still calling yourself Negro. When your own president told you in 2016 that we're going to eliminate that from the federal laws, meaning that you don't exist. You have no rights. You have no federal rights. Come on, man. That was in 2016. So like I said, a lot of things I'm going to say here today, some of you are going to take it personal, but it's cool. You continue to be in denial. But I'm here to drop the facts. In 1790, the United States, now that was in 2016. In 1790, the US Census counted people by lumping them into one of three categories. That's why the census, that's not for me. Okay, I don't want nobody to lump me into anything. You can't tell me who I am. I was made in the likeness and image of the Great Spirit. I'm a God. And I ain't a demigod either. All right? Just so y'all know. Slaves, free white females and males, or all the free persons. Okay? A slave didn't necessarily have to be a so-called black person. Okay? Caucasians were slaves. Japanese were slaves. Chinese were slaves. Koreans were slaves. Okay? A lot of different ethnic groups were slaves. So it had nothing to do with the color of your skin. Just like how it is today. What you are dealing with is not because of the color of your skin. No, it's because of your ignorance. Okay? Now riddle me that. So let's proceed. By 1980, categories had gone through nearly 20 deviations. People could identify as one of 15 possibilities, including now derogatory words such as Negro. Okay? So if Negro is a derogatory word, according to your President Obama, and Negro means black, so therefore black is a derogatory word. So why would you want to be called something derogatory? But let us read. Maybe Chief Kalanago don't know what he's talking about. Let's read some more, because reading is fun for the mental. These classifications might shed some light on why some federal laws from that time contain outdated verbiage that's now being addressed. You see, Obama did y'all a favor. After it was unanimously passed with 380 votes, President Barack Obama signed H.R., which means House Resolution 4238 on Friday, which amends two federal acts from the 70s that define minorities with the terms that are now insensitive or outdated. And just so you know, I'm not a minority, I'm not a child. I'm a grown man. I am the majority, okay? The Department of Energy Act has for decades described minorities as Negroes, Puerto Rican, American Indian, Eskimo, Oriental, or Inuit, or is a Spanish-speaking individual of Spanish descent. The new bill changes the language to Asian American, Native Hawaiian, a Pacific Islander, African American, which is also makes you dead in law, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, because Puerto Rican is also dead in law because they are actually Bonicuas, they are indigenous, and Boniqua is the correct indigenous term, not Puerto Rican. That's a misnomer. You are still dead in law. Same thing as black, same thing as Negro, same thing as African American, same thing as Celibate, Native American, and we know that the Aboriginals, yes, we are native because we are born, but we are also originals. The native they call Native Americans today, they're not the original people, but that's another story. Or an Alaska Native. There's also similar language in the Local Public Works Capital Development and Investment Act. The bill, meaning that you have to pay for it. Whenever anybody gives you a bill, that's a charge, okay? You have to pay for that bill, all right? Now, check this out. The bill was sponsored by R.E.P. Grace Meng, Democrat of New York, with 74 Democratic co-sponsors and 2 Republican ones, who focused on the word Oriental. Oriental is an insulting term that needed to be removed from the books, and I am extremely pleased that my legislation to do that is now the law of the land. You hear that? A law of the land. Okay? Oriental is the law of the land. They are telling you that it's derogatory. The U.S. Census never used the word Oriental, which became associated in the U.S. with exotism and Asian American stereotypes in the 20th century, but it dropped. Negro from the identities in 2013 after people during the 2010 count said they were offended by it. The director at the time said 56,000 people during the research in the 1990s written on the other race that they identified as Negro. So the census had continued to include the word in its 2000 count and also in 2010, but by then were raising concerns. I apologize to them. I am confident that the intent of my colleagues in using the same wording as the census 2000 was to make sure as many people as possible saw words that match their self-identities. You see, it says what? Self-identities. Nobody is labeling you that. You are doing it to yourself. Okay, so spare me with the pity party. Oh, feel sorry for me because I am black and this is happening to me. Oh, feel sorry for me because I'm black. The police is pulling me over. Oh, feel sorry for me because I'm black. They shooting me. No, it's happening because of your ignorance. You are the ones out here in the street fighting to be dead. Like I said, a lot of you you're not gonna like the truth. And I'm not being insensitive. I just like to keep it real. And I'm a straight shooter. Okay, I don't like beating around the bush. Okay? Everything that's happening to you is because of you. And I keep saying you because that's not my reality. That's not my reality. Getting shot by the police is not my reality. Okay? That's not my reality, family. And it's as simple as that. Okay? Full inclusiveness was the goal. Robert Groves, former director of the US Census Bureau, wrote, "The race question has often changed over the decades as the country has changed and racial terms have evolved." Okay? Now, they told you about Orientals not being called Orientals is the law of the land, right? So therefore, Negro is also the law of the land, that it's derogatory. They don't exist. I didn't say it. Your president, Mr. Barack Obama, put that into law. And if you don't believe me, go look at House Resolution 4238. Okay? And that was in May 22nd, 2016. It was a law that was passed that you black people don't exist. What is Negro again? Let's go look at what Negro means. Negro means what? Black. You think Al Sharpton don't know this? You think Jesse Jackson don't know? You think all these people that's matching, all these pastors and priests and ministers, you think they don't know? They know. But it's a money thing. They are capitalizing from your death. And you are allowing them to do it, my brothers and sisters. Come on, man. Come on. So let's go. Let us proceed here. Now we're going to look at race, because you see, a lot of you are bent up on race. Let me stop sharing my screen here a little bit. Let me just get a little feedback from the family. All right? Come on, man. And this ain't got nothing to do with the, family. We gotta realize this, man. You feel me? We gotta see what's happening. Open up your eyes, family. The information is there. It's there. But why are you stuck on the pride of being dead? People are not telling you that because they don't want you to be proud of who you are. We want you to be proud of who you are. Don't matter where you're from. Whether you're from Africa, whether you're from Asia, whether you're from Europe, whether you're from the Americas, if you are a heavy carbonated man or woman, you are indigenous. So it don't matter where you are indigenous. So the indigenous declarations and laws apply to you, don't matter where you are. Why are you stuck on being dead? And you want to hate on people who say they are not black. Oh, you're not proud to be black. You're right. I'm not proud to be dead. You're absolutely correct. And you keep blaming everything on your skin. Don't blame the government. Blame the God that make you black. Come on, man. The government didn't make your skin black. If you think you're black, your creator did that. So be mad at your creator for giving you that skin if you think it's so bad. I love my beautiful brown skin, my copper toned skin. I love it. I would not trade that for anything. But the things that are happening to you is not because your skin is black, because obviously your skin ain't black. Your mentality is black. Your mentality is dead. That's what it is. Now let us proceed. What we have here. So I did that already. We're gonna go. Let us get into the issue of race, because a lot of people go around talking about the white man this and the white man that, and the white man did this and the white man. Let's really see if it's the white man that's doing all these things to you. Because once again, ignorance is a curse. okay? When you're not willing to when you're not willing to get that information and get that knowledge, okay? Your own ignorance is your demise. And in Hosea 4:6, it says what? The people perish for the lack of knowledge. But let us go. Like I tell y'all, all right? I'm giving y'all that tough love. Okay? We're going to go into race. Let us look at what race really is. For those of you who really think it's all about race. All right? Let's go look at the etymology of the word race. There's a few of them, but we're going to go through them all, right? Noun, race. A narrative, an account. 13th century, an act of swift running. So therefore, the first definition of race, okay, when the word was originally created with the energy that was put forth, it was about running, a hurried attack, a course of life or conduct, a swift current. That's a race, okay? Now, let's look at originally what it meant. Right here. Originally, a northern word, it became general in English 1550, earlier used more broadly as of any course which has to be what? To be run, passed over, gone through, such as the course of time or events of life, the track of the sun or the moon across the sky. That was what race originally stood for and meant. Okay? Let us go to definition 2. All right? In the 1560s, now you see how it kept changing. The race was about running. It was about let's see who would get to the top. People, that is what the race is all about. To see who was going to get to the top first. Okay? The people who are at the bottom realize, nah, man, we can't be at the bottom no more. We got to race to the top. And it's the copper people, it's the heavy dark-skinned people, it's the heavy carbon people. They are at the top. Well, guess what? Now we got to start a race. We got to race to the top. The truth of the matter is we lost the race. You see? Because we were only racing physical races. We wanted to be the fastest in the 100 meters. We wanted to be the fastest in the 400 meters, but we didn't want to what? We lost the race economically. We lost the race socially. We lost the race spiritually because our spirituality was taken and converted into religious beliefs. That's what the race is really about. If y'all really want the facts and the truth, my question is, can you handle the truth? That's what the race was about. A race to the top. Okay? And then they flipped it on y'all and then started talking about making it the color of your skin. But you know what? Maybe Chief Kalanago don't know what he's talking about. But let's read some more because reading is fun for the mental. All right? Now, in the 1560s, it became what? People descended from common ancestral class of persons allied by common ancestry. A race breeding a lineage. All right? So therefore, if you are Choctaw, Choctaw is a race because it's a lineage. You came from the ancestors of Choctaw. If you are Cherokee, which is the original word is Anianwea, then Anianwea is a race. Y'all gonna learn today. Black is not a race. White is not a race either. Okay? Y'all gonna learn. That's if you want to learn. Let us continue to read. Possibly from Italian raza, which is of unknown origin, right? But it says, etymologists say it has no connection with the Latin radix root, though they admit this might have influenced the tribe, the nation. Okay? So your nation, okay, is your race. Okay? Based on the definition of 1560s. Not definition, but meaning. Because the definition and the meaning is two different things. You feel me? So Ani and Wia is a race of people because it's a lineage. African is not a race. African people have tribes. Okay? For those of you who think, oh, I'm just African. Once again, ignorance. And that's why you perish. But I'm here to educate you. I'm here to give you the knowledge. Okay? Now, let us go again. Let's go to the next one. Now, hear that again. Just being a Negro doesn't qualify you to understand the race situation any more than being sick makes you an expert on medicine. Dick Gregory says that. Okay? Race is deeper than the color of your skin. All right? All right then. The verb, the next one, 12th century, from Scandinavian source, akin to the source of race, reinforced by the noun, what it says, competition against. So it's all about a competition against an opponent to run. Here's another one, race number 3, strong current of water. So I hope you see where I'm going with this. The only time race pertains to a lineage has nothing to do with the color of your skin. It's about your lineage, okay? It's about your nation. It's about your tribe. It's about, your ancestry. Your ancestry cannot be black because black is not a people. Come on, man. And everybody keep talking about racism. Well, let us look at racism here. Like I said, y'all gonna learn today. Let us look at racism, the etymology of the word racism. All right? Racism. Racism. And everybody talking about racism and everybody talking about a racist. All right, so let's go. Okay? Racism. It says what? In common, originally in the European context, see racist, right? So let's go look at racist because a lot of you think, white people are racist. Let's look at racist. And let me explain. Let me see who you're really calling white. Let's see who you're calling white. Because the people you're calling white, they're not white. Now, racist is a noun. It says what? And as an adjective from 1938, that's a new word. Okay? Some of you have grandparents, all right, that's still alive before the word racist was even invented. All right? Now, is in use by the 1928 originally in the context of what? A fascist. Do you know what a fascist is? And then not just fascist, but a fascist theory. But anyway, we're going to look at that a little later because I'm here to give y'all the knowledge, right? And common from these words replaced earlier rationalism, both often used early in the 20th century. There are isolated uses of racism from whatever century, right? But we're going to go and look at fascism because it said what? Originally in the context of fascist. That's where the word racism or racist came from. Let's go look at that. We're diving deep right now. Okay, we are diving deep. I'm giving you the information. I'm giving you the knowledge so you could get out of your feelings. Okay, a fascist, the anti-communist political movement organized in 1919 under Benito Mussolini, 1883 to 1945, from Italian fascio, group association, literally bundle. So what does that mean? Okay, that has something to do with this whole entire era right there that had nothing to do with us. And that's what a racist really meant, a fascist. Okay, the anti-communist political movement. That's what a racist was. That's what the word originated from. So how are the people that you call racist, how are they racist? And who said they were white? What is wrong with y'all, man? Now let me show y'all something. Because a lot of you are confused and you don't know what's going on. But let me open up your eyes, okay? A lot of you think the Ku Klux Klan are white people. And now we are talking about white like they call themselves, okay? We're not playing the semantics right now, okay? We are calling white people as what people really think white people are. You really think that white people are the Ku Klux Klan. You were tricked. The KKK were not white people. Let me tell you who the KKK was, okay? I'm not gonna call it out because, you know, YouTube and Facebook, they got algorithms. And when you say certain things, they look and they see and they start blocking you. Let me tell you who the real KKK was. Right here. Okay? Right here. They were the original KKK. They put sheets and put holes in them, making you think it was white people. They were the ones who played the game on you, got you hating so-called white people. You see, y'all gonna learn today, man. And everybody's putting up well, chief, if racism don't exist, then how do you explain they own all, you know, they white people who own all the bank? Whites. Who own the NFL? Whites. No. Whites don't own the NFL. Whites don't own the NBA. Whites don't own the banks. Whites don't own the courts. These people do. They are not white. Y'all gonna learn if you're willing to learn. Okay? I hope y'all can see exactly what I'm showing you. Let me stop sharing my screen here for a second. Okay? Come on, man. Family. So you tell me, how is white people oppressing you? These people aren't white. Okay, and I'm speaking literally from the perspective of how you guys call white people. Now we're just leaving it as that. You want to really know who's behind all this? Let me share my screen again, because I don't think y'all ready for the truth. Okay, I don't think y'all ready for this. But if you are, man, it's for you. Here we go. Right here. They are not white. And they are the ones that own all the banks. They are the ones that own all the courts. They are the ones that's pushing all these movements. They are the ones that own Hollywood. They are the ones that own the politicians. They are the ones that own the judges. It's not white people. They got you thinking it's white people. That's why they are pushing the narrative of white and black, while they stay behind the iron curtains. Okay? They got you you like Alice in Wonderland. You don't know who's controlling the game, the puppets. Are y'all really ready for the truth? That's what I want to know. Okay? So the KKK were not white people. That's why they had to put sheets on their head to hide their true identity. They are not white. Even back in the early 1400s, okay, they were not allowed in the Americas, period. I'm talking about these people right here because of their nature. You feel me? Because everywhere they went, they were causing havoc. Okay, everywhere they went, they were causing havoc. Like I said, if you want the truth, you're in the right place. If you want it, you're in the right place. You feel me? And Caucasians are not your enemies either. So y'all got to stop with the foolishness. I don't play this colorism thing. I don't do that. I'm in the situations that I'm in today because of me, because of my parents, because of their parents. Okay? What was handed down to me? Those were the cards that was handed down to me. And now I have to make sure that the cards that was handed down to me, I'm not going to hand that down to my children. You have to make the change. Nobody's going to make it for you. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Why don't you learn to play the game? Come on, man. And the original Jacobites aren't them either. The original Jacobites are the Israelites. But that's a whole different story. That came from King James. He was the original Jacobite. And those are his descendants. The Israelites are his descendants. And those are the original people of Scotland and Ireland, the original so-called dark-skinned black people. They are the true Israelites. Y'all gonna learn if you really want to learn. So get your head out of your emotions, man, and look at the facts of life. You feel me? Life isn't always about happy days, man. I know a lot of you like the shows, but no, you got to work for what's yours. You got to work for what's yours. And we're here fighting each other because these people put up blinders, making us think that those people are your enemies. Come on, man. And then y'all talking about, oh, well, you know, we are gods. The original man is God, but the white man is the devil. Well, let us get into that for a second. Okay? If the white man is the devil, like you say, the white man is the devil, right? Then that means if the white man is in power, that means the devil is controlling you. How do you feel about that, God? If you're such a God, that means you're a weak God. Because if you say you are God, how come the devil is controlling God? You see, when you start putting logic and using wisdom into the things that you say and the things that you believe, you see how idiotic it sounds? So when I tell you that white supremacy is not part of my, it's not part of my reality, because that doesn't exist to me. Nobody is more superior than me. And I am not more superior than anybody else. That's what you believe. Hence, it became your reality. So I'm going to ask you again. If the so-called white man is the devil, and you are a God, and God created the devil, because the last I read, the devil, Satan, Lucifer, was God's most prized angel, God's most beautiful angel. So if you made the devil, why is the devil controlling you? So stop with the foolishness, man. Stop with it. And people listen to your so-called scholars and teachers on YouTube and Facebook and subscribe to this BS because it sounds good. If you are a God, just be a God. Stop putting people down. Because if you're a God, that means we created everything. Everything is part of our creation. So that means you're hating your creation. That means you're hating yourself. Stop with the BS, man. So now you know who's truly controlling everything. It is not white people. Stop it. Come on. Don't be mad that you lost the race because we got comfortable. Get back into the game. Do some push-ups. Do some pull-ups. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Sharpen up your skills. So like I said, in 2016, Obama told you that black people are federally dead. They're dead. They don't exist. But you're still missing the point. You're still missing it. Now let me share my screen again. Now let me show you what Obama was the first one who adopted it into the United States and signed it. Now we already went through the American Declaration, okay, of indigenous people. Now let us look at the United Nations Declaration on the rights of indigenous people. If you don't want to stand up for your rights and know what your rights are, that's on you, okay? That's on you. So I showed you what Obama did May 22nd of 2016. That he told you Negro, black, okay? Negro was taken off in law, calling yourself a Negro, a black person, you are breaking the law. Your family, I mean, I don't know what else to tell y'all, man. I don't know how much more truth and proof that you need. You see what I'm saying? I don't know how much more proof you need. I'm going to show it to you again, man. Let's go. Because you see, repetition is the key. Let me show it to you again. Just in case it didn't sink in. Negro means black, because negro is a Spanish word that means black. And Obama said on May 22nd of 2016 that when you call yourself Negro and black, you are breaking the law. You are breaking the law of the land. I didn't say it. Your president said it. You are breaking the law. All right then. Okay. Like I said, maybe Chief don't know what he's talking about. But let's go into on drip here for a second. Okay? Man, this is sad, man. It's sad. Whew. And that's why I do what I do, because I love y'all, man. I keep telling you, anybody on there calling you black, they ain't love you. I'm telling you. They don't love you. They're going to call you family. They're going to want you to support them. They're going to tell you how much they care. But they're constantly calling you black when they know you ain't black. And they have the information. They know. Because they call themselves, you know, scholars and master teachers and master students. Now here we go. All right. Article 1. In one of the videos that when I broke down the Black Christian codes versus American ADRIP, American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. If you didn't see that video, go check it out. But now we're looking at on DRIP, United Nations Declarations on the Rights of Indigenous People. We're just going to read a few articles. We're not going to go through all of them. Okay, Article 1. Indigenous people have the right to full enjoyment as a collective or as individuals of all human rights and fundamental freedoms as recognized in the Charter of the United Nations, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and international human rights law. Black people don't fall under that category, because guess what? The federal government is worldwide. And if you are dead in law here in the United States, that means you are dead all over the world. Okay? All right then. But y'all gonna learn. Number 2, indigenous peoples and individuals are free and equal to all other people and individuals and have the right to be free from any kind of discrimination. It didn't say some discrimination, but any kind of discrimination in the exercise of their rights. In particular, that's based on their indigenous what? Origin and or identity. That's where your rights lie, in your origin, in your race. That's what race really means. Okay? Your tribe, your clan. Not tribe, but clan. Okay? The family that you came from, that's your race and your identity. Number 3, indigenous people have the right to what? Self-determination. Okay? Even the census is telling you you have a right to self-determine, but you want to be dead. Okay? You want to be dead. By virtue of the right, they freely determine their political status and freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural development. Number 4, indigenous peoples, in exercising their rights, their right to self-determination, have the right to what? Autonomy or self-governments in matters relating to what? Our internal and local affairs, as well as ways and means for financing our autonomous functions. Meaning that we indigenous people, we have a right to create all our businesses without a license, because that doesn't apply to us. Period. Article 5. We, the indigenous people, have the right to maintain and strengthen our distinct political, legal, economic, and social and cultural institutions, while retaining our right to participate fully, if we so choose, in the political, economic, and social and cultural life of the state. Because we were here first. So you cannot tell us we cannot participate. This is our land. If we so choose, we could participate. Number 6, we the indigenous people, every indigenous individual has the right to what? A nationality. Black is not a nationality. And our nationality ain't Moors either. Period. If you don't know your clan, then indigenous will do. Indigenous American, Aboriginal American, American Aborigines. Point blank. Israelite is not a nationality either. No offense taken. All right, just dropping the facts. Article 7, number 1, we the indigenous individuals have the rights to life, physical and mental integrity, liberty, and security of persons. Number 2, we the indigenous peoples have the collective right to live in freedom, peace, and security as distinct peoples and shall not be subjected to any act of what? Not some act, but any act of genocide or any other act of violence, including forcibly removing children of the group or to another group. So by ACS, child care services coming to your home, that's a group, okay? And taking your children out of your home, that's an act of what? Genocide. But you see, they could do that because you're black. You're dead in law. You're a ward of the state. You accepted you accepted the title of 3/5 of a human. Okay? I didn't make the laws, man. Number 8, 1, we the indigenous peoples and individuals have the right not to be subjected to forced assimilation or destruction of our culture. Number 2, states shall provide effective mechanisms for prevention of and redress. Meaning that if they're not doing it, they are violating those rights, you know, whether it's genocide, forced assimilation, then we could sue for redress. All right? A, any actions which has the aim or effect of depriving us of our integrity as a distinct people or of our cultural values or ethnic identities. Okay? So if they're trying to deprive you from saying who you are or declaring who you are, you could sue them for that. All right, I'm just going to go through. Y'all could go ahead. All that stuff is in the link below. Number 9, we the indigenous peoples and individuals have the right to belong to an indigenous community or nation. You hear that? Or nation. Nationality deals with nations. In accordance with the traditions and customs of the community or nation concerned. It is not based on what they say. And when I say they, I'm talking about the system. No, it's based on our culture, our traditions. What is a tradition? A tradition is a trade. Trade and tradition, they are synonymous. No discrimination of any kind may arise from the exercise of such right. Come on. Number 10, we the indigenous people shall not be forcibly removed from our lands or territories. No relocation shall take place without free, prior, and informed consent of we the indigenous peoples concerned and after agreement on just and fair compensation and, where possible, with the option to return. That speaks for itself. All right? So once again, I'm putting all that stuff here for that you could study, get the knowledge. I'm not going to read everything. Okay, that's going to be in the link for you to read yourself. Man, I thought I was sharing my screen. Okay? I thought I was sharing my screen. My bad, family. My bad. All right? But anyway, I put all that in the link for y'all. Okay? I put all that in the link for you guys to do your own research. Do your own due diligence. All right? So just to summarize, let me just summarize here for a second. I could have swore I was sharing my screen. It says your screen share that wants to share. All right, here we go. Okay, so I was just going through some of on drip. Okay, I read all the way up to Article 10. All right, so that's here for you again. So you have American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, and you have on drip, United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. So once you take yourself out of the dead zone, which is black, okay, or African American, and you step into who you truly are, indigenous people. It doesn't matter where you're from. Even if you think you're from Africa, you're still indigenous. So that applies to you. It applies to you. You know, whether it's on DRIP, United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, or it's American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. We are indigenous. So why are you fighting so hard, giving up all those rights to beg for privileges in the streets that may or may not be given to you? Come on, man. So once again, stop with the hatred, man. And stop with the victim mentality that you think this is happening to you because of your skin. No, it's not. If it was because you think you were black and because your skin was black, well, let me ask you another question. Why, when the real Africans come here, they don't go through the same thing that we're going through? They come here, they get to open up businesses. They get here, they get to be classified or labeled as white. They get loans. They get scholarships. They get to have organizations. How is that? So obviously it's not because of the color of your skin. No, it is because of a classification that you allowed yourself to be called. That is the problem. So if you can't see that, I don't know what to tell you anymore. All I could do is just give you the facts. That's it. And I'm not going to apologize for my harsh delivery, man. It's my passion. So once again, we have on DRIP here. You feel me? So let us just kind of summarize. Negro means black. Okay? Negro means black. And Obama on May 22nd, 2016, made it the law of the land, calling yourself black. Okay? It's against federal laws. People, do you comprehend what I'm sharing with you today? Or are you going to continue to break the law by calling yourself black? You could be arrested on the spot just by saying you're black. That's the law of the land. They are doing you a favor, but you're not even seeing that. Man, this is mind-boggling. And it's also bothersome. It's a scary thought, man. It's a scary thought. Okay? It's a scary thought, man. Let me tell you who again that's been playing the game. Those are the people behind it. Okay? They are. White people don't own the NFL. White people don't own the NBA. They don't own the banks. They don't own the courts. They don't own the police. These people here aren't white in the definition of what you think white is. We are not playing the semantics with the words right now. Okay? Those are the puppets that's pulling the strings. Got everybody fighting against each other while they own everything. Okay? Guess what? They were once at the bottom. They were once being executed, burned at the stake. They were once the people that nobody wanted in their land, period. But they say, you know what? We're not going to hate the players. We're going to learn the game. And they learned the game. And they learned it very well. You know what that game is? It's called the game of commerce. They learned it. They mastered it. And they had everybody become slaves of the system. So now y'all have the facts. Okay? Negro means black. Being black is against the law. Okay? Being black is against the law. It's a federal law. When you are black, it's against the law. You are not against the law. Okay? Being you is not against the law, meaning that your skin is not against the law. It's what you call yourself. You are not black. All right? So let me conclude this build, man. Okay? Let me conclude this build. I'm gonna share the petition again. Once again, the petition is free, family. You don't have to pay to sign the petition, like I said. The petition, people are asking for a voluntary donation. It is voluntary. The money is not coming to me. Nobody's paying me for this. I do this because I truly love my people. I do. I'm not even posting my Cash App. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it. Let the people who are calling you black all day, let them ask you for donations. I don't want it. You see what I'm saying? If you feel like, you know what, you want to support Chief, you ask me for my Cash App. I'm not going to put that on videos no more. Because I'm just tired of the BS, man. I'm really tired of it. You feel me? But no, I get what you're saying, Brian Anthony. When they shoot, they're not asking if you are black. It's because you are in the system as that. You see what I'm saying? You have to get it. It's assumed and presumed that you are black. Just like when you walk into a court. When you walk into a court, you are dead on arrival. DOA. Until you open up your mouth. They assume that you are dead. They assume that you are walking walking onto a ship and you don't know who you are. Because when you walk into a court, that's what you're walking into, a ship, and you're stepping into international waters, maritime law. And until you open up your mouth and let them know that you are a man or a woman of the land and not of the sea, you're not a pirate, then that's a whole different story. But you see, our people perish for the lack of knowledge, family. A police officer cannot shoot a man or a woman. That's what y'all don't seem to get. There is only one law. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's that simple. Period. Don't mess with me. I'm not going to mess with you. Everything else is just variations of that law. It's that simple. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's really, it's not complicated. If you don't want me to touch you, don't touch me. You feel me? A man or a woman cannot be in their courts with all the other dead people. They either have to see you first or see you last. But they cannot have you in their courts with all the dead people. The laws work. The problem is the people are not educated. That's the problem. They perish for the lack of knowledge. And I've seen it work firsthand knowledge. Now, don't get me wrong. They are going to test you to see if you know. And that's what we have to work on. Once you identify as who you are, then automatically the law should step in and respect who you are. But they're still going to push you. They're still going to test you. You see what I'm saying? Because wherever I go, I represent myself as an indigenous man. So I don't have these problems. You feel me? So that's all I'm just saying. You feel me? All right. So anyway, guys, once again, the petition is in the link. Go sign the petition. We got work to do. We got work to do. All right? We are going to make some changes if you want to make the changes. Don't forget, stop being a victim. Okay? Stop being a victim. That's all I'm just saying. If you know that what we have been doing for the past 500 years isn't working, don't you think it's time to make a change? I mean, it's called insanity. That is the definition of insanity. Doing the same things over and over and over and over again and expecting the same result if it's not working. That's what we are doing. And we are being blinded by the illusion. You know what's the illusion? the media, showing all these dead people in the streets walking around with signs talking about, I can't breathe. Guess what you're manifesting for yourself? You cannot breathe. Oh, no justice, no peace. Of course, because that's what you're putting in the universe. Black Lives Matter. Well, the truth of the matter is, you're right. You're dead. That's why you're in the streets right now. So like I said, please don't take it personal. I'm just giving you the facts. So it doesn't matter where you're from. As long as you are indigenous, you are indigenous. And those declarations apply to you. And it's not going to take 20 million of us, no. It's just going to take a very few. That's why I love traveling the road less traveled. Because the broad path leads to destruction. So when I tell you white supremacy is not my reality, it has no effect on me, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? When I tell you nobody is more superior than me, it is not being cocky. It is not being egotistical. No. I truly know that. No one has that power over me. And when I tell you that getting shot in the street by the police is not my reality, it's not. That's not my reality. That's not my reality, family. No. And it doesn't have to be your reality. You could make the change right now if you so choose. Stop allowing the outside distraction to affect who you are. Don't allow your circumstances to shape who you are. You change your circumstances. Period. You feel me? You are unique. You are superb. You are amazing. You are powerful. You are great. Only if you look yourself in the mirror and say those things to yourself. I'll tell you again, any words that follow I am becomes your reality. Period. Okay? Stop living in fear. There's nothing to be afraid of. Stop being afraid of the shadow. Stop being afraid of your reflections. Stop being afraid of your creations. How can the creator be afraid of its creation? And I'm talking about the system. You feel me? So I'm going to conclude by saying this. I give thanks to, my ancestors once more. I give thanks to each and every one of you on this build. Thank you for tuning in. All right? Like I said, let us get this petition to go viral. Let's get the numbers that we need, all right, to get what we have to do. A lot of people say, well, hey, Chief, you know what? Well, they're not going to honor anything. How do you know that? You see, you're planting that seed, and which reminds me of seeds. Somebody say, well, Chief, doesn't intent count? Intent. Yes, intent do count. But here's the thing. Intent cannot overpower the seed. What do I mean by that? You see, the seed is the key. Our people are planting seeds of destruction, seeds of death. Just people in general. You feel me? Because you are professing your reality before it even happens. All right? You are professing death to yourself. And when I say the seed, and when I say the intent cannot outweigh the seed, what do I mean by that, right? Because people are talking about in the sense of words. Like when somebody say good morning or bless you, people say, well, Chief, what if that wasn't the intentions? Well, that's something to consider, but it's the seed that was planted. And I'm gonna give you an example. If you plant tomato seeds and you sit all day and you're wishing that you get cherries, it's not gonna work, okay? If you plant mango seeds and you're here sitting all day wishing that you get strawberries, it's not going to work. You could eat, your intentions could be, man, I'm going to plant mangoes, and the intentions are, I want tomatoes. It's not going to happen, because that were not the seeds that was planted. You see what I'm saying? The intentions are literally to give more power to the seed that you planted. So when you plant those words, the words are seeds. Even if you have the right intention, but the seed was already planted. So I hope that makes sense. The seed is the key. So when you're planting seeds, it's what give life. Seeds are what yield fruits, not intentions. Intentions are great when the right seeds are planted. Okay? So I just had to kind of, put that in perspective. You feel me? All right? So with that being said, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your continuation, Brother Keonis. I appreciate that. You guys have a beautiful, 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 beautiful continuation, and know that you are great, like I said, all right? You create your reality. Stop being a victim. Be a victor. Stop allowing your circumstances. Stop looking around you thinking that people hate you because of the color of your skin. Stop thinking that what's happening to you is because of the color of your skin. No. They are because of the contracts that you signed, the contracts that you got into, the accepted terminologies that they coined you, and you believe that's who you are. That's why it's happening to you, because of a status, not because of your skin. Because let me ask you a question. How come Arabs, the majority of them have the same brown skin we have? How come Arabs aren't getting killed in the streets? I'll wait. How come, again, real Africans, they have brown skin just like us, and even darker sometimes? How come they're not the ones getting killed in the streets? So you are not getting, these things are not happening because you are black, because your skin is black. No, it's happening because of the status black. Because within federal law, you don't exist. You are dead. It's against the law to be black. All right? I love you guys. We'll talk soon. Peace and love to each and every one of you. All right. Thank you.